trust in God, He will never let you fall. These are not just words, but a divine promise written into the fabric of life itself. A powerful truth that echoes through the valleys of sorrow, the mountains of struggle, and the endless skies of hope. It is a truth that, if held close to the heart, can carry a person through every storm, every defeat, and every dark night of the soul. Because trusting in God is not about the absence of hardship. It is about the certainty of guidance, the unwavering assurance that no matter how fierce the battle or how heavy the burden, you are never alone, you are never abandoned, and you are never without purpose. Life, in all its unpredictable twists and relentless turns, often feels like a series of falls. Dreams fall apart, relationships crumble, plans collapse, and the soul, fragile and bruised, asks the aching question, where is my safety? Where is my help? But the answer has always been the same throughout centuries. Lift your eyes, lift your spirit, and remember that God is your anchor, your shield, your unfailing fortress, and He does not slumber nor forsake those who trust Him. And though the world may deceive, though people may fail you, though even your own strength may falter, God remains constant, a silent guardian at your side, ensuring that every fall you fear is not a true defeat, but a redirection, a hidden blessing, a new beginning sculpted by His perfect hands. Trusting God means surrendering the illusion of control. It means loosening the white-knuckled grip on every plan, every fear, every expectation, and stepping boldly into the unknown with the fierce confidence that the author of the universe walks beside you, writing your story with infinite wisdom and love, weaving even the moments of pain into masterpieces of growth and redemption. For life is not measured by how few times you fall, but by how many times you rise again. And every time you rise, it is God's hand that lifts you. When you place your full trust in Him, when you lay your worries, your doubts, your shattered dreams at His feet, you unlock a strength not born from your own fragile will, but from His eternal power. And in that power, you discover that what was meant to break you becomes what builds you. What was meant to end you becomes the fuel that propels you. For God's plans are not to harm you, but to prosper you, to give you a hope and a future far greater than anything you could design alone. Yes, there will be days when the road feels endless, when your prayers seem to echo back unanswered, when your heart feels heavy with disappointment. But even then, even especially then, trust, because God's silence is never absence. His delays are never denials, and His ways, though mysterious, are always perfect, always precise, always rooted in a love that cannot and will not fail you. It is easy to trust when the sun shines and everything aligns, but real faith is forged in the fire, in the wilderness seasons where everything is stripped away but God Himself. And there you find the unshakable truth that He is enough, that His presence is your provision, His promises are your foundation, and His love is your everlasting home. Every giant that stands before you, every mountain that looms overhead, every sea that blocks your path is not bigger than the God within you. And when you walk by faith, not by sight, you unleash the impossible. You move forward, not in fear, but in fearless expectation, knowing that even if the road crumbles beneath your feet, God will make a way. Even if the walls close in around you, He will part the seas. Even if the night falls heavy, His light will lead you on. Trust in God is not passive waiting, but active believing. It is waking up every day and choosing to believe that no matter what you see, He is working. No matter how you feel, He is present. No matter what the world says, He is victorious. And if He is for you, who or what can truly stand against you? Trusting Him transforms your mindset from fear to faith, from panic to peace, from defeat to destiny, because you are not defined by your failures, you are not limited by your past, and you are certainly not abandoned in your struggles. You are held, you are chosen, you are fought for by the God who breathes stars into existence and yet knows every detail of your life, every tear you've cried, every prayer whispered in the darkness. When you trust him fully, you realize that even the things you thought you lost were part of a greater plan to make room for something better, and that even when he says no or not yet, it is because his yes is something so magnificent that your heart cannot yet contain it. Trust is a journey, a daily decision to surrender fear, pride, and impatience, and instead walk forward with open hands and open heart, declaring with every step, "I do not know the way, but I trust the one who does." And in doing so, you find that you are lighter, freer, stronger, because the weight of the world was never yours to carry, and your destiny is held safely in the hands that bore the scars for your salvation. So when life shakes you, when everything familiar crumbles, when the road ahead disappears into mist, do not give in to despair. Lift your eyes higher, lift your heart in praise, because the God who created you is not finished with you, and every fall is just another step toward the glory he is preparing for you. Every detour is part of a destiny bigger than you can imagine. Every delay is a setup for a blessing you couldn't have planned, and every closed door is a divine redirection toward something far better than you ever dreamed. In the economy of God, nothing is wasted. Not a tear, not a trial, not even a mistake. For he works all things together for the good of those who love him and are called according to his purpose. So let your heart rest. Let your fears be silenced. Let your spirit soar, because you are anchored not to circumstances, not to human approval, not to fleeting successes, but to the eternal, unbreakable, unstoppable love of God. And that love will never fail you, never forsake you, never let you fall. You were made for more. You were created for victory. And your story, when placed in God's hands, becomes a testimony of relentless hope, unshakable courage, and divine triumph. So trust in him today. Trust in him tomorrow. Trust in him when the skies are blue and when the storms rage. Trust with a stubborn, radical faith that says, even if I fall, I know he will catch me. Even if I stumble, he will steady me. Even if I lose everything I thought I needed, he will give me everything I truly need. And know that in the end, when you look back over the hills and valleys of your journey, you will see clearly how every step was guided, every fall was caught, and every moment was redeemed by the faithful hands of the God who never let you fall.